Welcome back to the My Manager Career with the Wolves. We've got some exciting matches coming your way, and none other than the semi-final, the Showdown with Liverpool in the FA Cup. It's going to be a big match, and that will be the last match of this episode. So we've got 4 Premier League matches prior. It's do or die against Liverpool. If we win this, we get into the final in the FA Cup and the potential to pick up silverware in the first season here with the Wolves. We currently sit in 5th position in the Premier League. We've had a good run of form at the moment in the last 2 episodes, so the last 2 months of football, and it has moved us into a solid position at the moment, battling it out to try and get in that top 4, which would be a phenomenal achievement in season 1. So we'll now head over to the CEO's office to discuss our current position within the Premier League and of course our success so far in the FA Cup, reaching the semi-final. Of course, he's excited about where we currently sit, being that we're in 5th position, and his ultimate focus and objective for us was top 6 within 2 seasons. Now, with obviously the recent departures in the transfer window, his concerns is how the players are holding up. The good news is we've had Doyle return from injury and Machado coming through the youth academy and has been performing quite well within the starting lineup in the last 2 FA Cup matches. One of the big focuses for Jeff is the development of youth academy talent. So he does have a real focus and interest in Machado's development, being his high potential as well as moving into the senior squad so recently. So there is a possibility next season he will like to see him get more game time because he wants to see a potential academy star breakthrough. So that is something we need to consider when it comes to next season. And of course, we do have the awards at the end of the season. That will be next episode, and we will get the votes from Matt and Jeff on who is their player of the season. Now, staying on the topic of youth academy players, we've got 2 unsettled players with Alfonso Cardoza and Joshua Mayer. So both of those players have showed an expression or a desire to move to the senior squad, or they might depart very soon out of the youth academy. So we've got Joshua Mayer. He is 63 overall at the moment, 17 years of age with a 79 to 87 potential. And then we've got Alfonso Cardoza, who's 18 years of age, 66 overall with a 74 to 80 overall potential. Of course, we're going to head over to Matt Hobbs now, the sporting director of the club, to discuss what we potentially do with these 2, and then also what has come back from the scouting reports from the Republic of Ireland and Scotland. So now looking at the 2 players that I just mentioned who are unsettled, Matt's evaluated it, and Mayer is a guy that he sees that we potentially move into the senior squad, being that he's got a 79 to 87 potential, and we'll look to loan him out next season to further develop his skills. But Cardoza, being that he's only got 74 to 80 potential, and we've got Leo Machado, who's already in the senior squad from the youth academy, we will release him from the youth academy and depart ways with him on that one. So Mayo will join us, but Cardoza will be released and move on to future endeavours. Now, looking at the scouting reports that have come in from Scotland as well as the Republic of Ireland, we didn't get much from Ireland, but with Scotland, we've got 4 potential wingers, and we've got Beattie, Cummins and Ferguson, who will look to sign to the youth academy, but McLeod we will pass on at the moment. So some great potential coming through in those winger positions, and hopefully we can get some, further future superstars coming through the ranks of the youth academy to potentially star for us very soon in the senior squad. So as discussed with Matt Hobbs, Mayer will be joining the senior squad, and we'll obviously loan him out when it comes to August, but Cardoza will be departing here from the youth academy, so we wish him all the best. Now, talking about the 3 players that we've just moved into the youth academy, the wingers that are potential for the future to move into the senior squad, we've got Cummins first up here. He's 63 overall with a 66 to 92 potential. We will work on that inside forward here for him in that left winger position. At the moment, he's 1+ for that one. We'll hopefully move him to 2 very shortly. Beattie, he's 61 overall with a 71 to 94 potential. He's 16 years of age at the moment. He's a left winger as well, so we'll work on his development in that left wing inside forward as well, which is going to work on his dribbling, ball control, and obviously his attacking position and shooting from there. Now, looking at Ferguson, he's more of a left midfielder at the moment. That's his current position. He's got a 67 to 89 potential. We'll obviously switch his development to move into a left winger position And that obviously works, again, on his dribbling, ball control, agility, and attacking position. So that will be the development for the remainder of this season and potentially about halfway through next. And then we'll look to fine-tune it from there. Now, the big thing about the FA Cup is we've potentially got what should have been the final, Wolves versus Liverpool. But if we can pick up this victory against Liverpool in this episode, we've got a real opportunity next one in the final, because we'll be versing either Leeds United or Luton Town in the final for the FA Cup. So a real possibility to pick up silverware, but of course you cannot count your chickens before they hatch. We need to beat Liverpool first, and that will be in this episode. But first, we've got my bogey team. We've got West Ham, who are currently in 8th position. So they're a strong squad at the moment here in the Premier League. We've got Larson, who is currently tied with leading point scorer in the Premier League with Grealish with 17 goals. Hopefully can put in a big performance here today and pick up a vital 3 points. Obviously, we're currently in 5th position in the Premier League. We'd love to continue that momentum we're kind of built over the last couple of months of football. But it's going to be a challenging one. We've got big matches. We've got West Ham. Then we've got Ipswich Town, which will be a slightly easier match. But then we've got Man United and Spurs as well that we're going to have to battle it out in this episode. Of course, the lineup, Gomez, Woe, Haddo and Nori in the back line. We've got Lamina, the captain, and Gomez in the centre defensive mid. Gluka playing the cam position, and then Gudez and Kuna on the wings, with Larson playing that striker position. Now with the West Ham squad, they will be going with a 4-1-4-1. So they're going very strong in the middle of the field on that one. So definitely something that we need to work and try and get our ball past that midfield and kind of really attack that defensive line very early on. But it's going to be a challenge. It's always a challenge when I verse West Ham. And today's going to be nothing different. Gluka with the ball at the moment, trying to push it in midfield. Gets the ball down to Larson, beats the defender, takes a shot. But the keeper saves a nice ball there. 3 minutes in. Alvarez with the ball here. Down to Bowen. Gomez pushing down. Nice defensive play by him. Lamina pushes out Gudez, who down to Larson. He's got Gluka pushing along the line here at the moment. He's going to feed it back to Larson. Trying to get around the defensive line. He taps it back to Gluka. Takes a shot. But unfortunately puts it over the top bar. A nice attempt there by the cam. And we're 28 minutes in here, and it is still 0-0 at the moment. It's been a battle with West Ham. Lamina trying to push down defensively. Does well, the captain. Gluka gets a nice ball to him. He's in a bit of space. He's got Larson out left. He's going to find him. He's going to tap it on to Gudez. And he's been tripped up inside the box there. The referee points to the spot for a penalty shot. And what card is it? It's only a yellow. A very close call there for West Ham. They could have been a man down with 60 minutes left of football. It was a sloppy attempt on that one. Obviously pushing across to Larson and trying to get a foot back on Gudez, who was pushing back into the centre of the box. But Kuna's got an opportunity here to break this deadlock at the moment. 33 minutes in. Line it up. Takes a shot. And he finds the corner net. The keeper goes right. And Kuna goes left for his 10th of the season. What a performance he's had so far this season. The Mr. Fix-It, who's played the striker. He's played a winger. He's played cam. He's played wherever we needed this season. And he just keeps on delivering for us. So we're up by 1 with 10 minutes left here in the first half. Larson with a nice defensive attempt there, but unfortunately unable to control the ball. Lamina pushes down, and Gudez picks up the scraps. Down to Gomez. He's going to find a long ball down to Gluka here. He's going to get it out to Nori. He's got a bit of space here. Larson inside the box. He's going to find him here, hopefully. Oh, you're kidding me. What a header there from Larson. It looked that Nori potentially put a little bit too much power on that one, but the big 6'4" giant from Norway, Larson, made sure he got across for that one and gets himself in prime position to get that ball. He's into the back of the defender on that one. He really didn't have to jump, but he put enough power on that to squeeze it past the keeper. So we head into the second half of this match with a 2-0 advantage, which is definitely where we want to be against this team. It's always a struggle, and it has been a struggle here in the second half. We're 72 minutes in now, and they have kept us contained to centre midfield. The defence has gotten better. Just like that, Bowen pickpockets the ball straight from Mascara, and now it's all West Ham at the moment. Their attack is probably the thing that's let him down a little bit, in the sense they're knocking themselves in the final position for a good shot. But their defence has definitely picked up here in the second half. Lima with the ball, back to Kune, taps it on to Gluka. He's got Lamina here, pushes it over to the left-hand side. He finds Nori. He's potentially going to look to put it back into the box here. Larson underneath, takes a header, but unfortunately for us, the keeper gets in front of the ball. Cleared out here by West Ham. They're getting a bit of a break here down the right-hand side. Gomez sliding across, misses on the first attempt, and the ball goes wide. Larson, such a big striker, 6'4", and if you get him a nice clean ball in the box, he's got every opportunity to potentially get a header. Kuna with the ball now. At the moment, he's got Larson, but the pass just not where it needs to be. He needed to put it a little bit more to the right. So Larson was able to get around the defender. But we do pick up the 3 points here against West Ham. Another clean sheet as well for Sarr. And we'll be heading into the Ipswich Town match with a bit of momentum. Looking at the match stats, it was a 53-47 split on possession. And Larson was our man of the match with a 10 out of 10 performance. Gluka also phenomenally well in the midfield. As mentioned, next up is Ipswich Town. They're currently in 20th position. They're on a 4-game losing streak at the moment. So we will make a bit of a shift in the squad to get a bit of a rotation, get us ready for the 2 big matches against Spurs, Man United, and then that big semi-final showdown against Liverpool. Now, with some of the changes that we'll look to do in this match, Hee-Chan will be taking the left wing position with Gudez moving across to the right. In the centre midfield or the cam position will be Doyle, so he's getting a bit of game time after his injury. Lima, the captain, will be partnering Gomez in their centre defensive mid position. And then the back line will have Bueno, Gomez in the centre back position. And then on the right back, Lima's going to get an opportunity. And then Nori on the left-hand side. And of course, Sarr between the posts. Ipswich Town will be going with a 4-2-3-1. So that will be the formation that we're up against in this one. We're of course going with the 4-2-1-3. Currently liking this formation, but there is a potential that I'd like to switch things up. Maybe go 2 strikers, 2 cams, 2 centre defensive mids, and then the fullback. That could be something that we'll look to trial before we go into Season 2. But for now, we'll stick with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Kick off now. We're away from home, so in front of the Ipswich Town fans, can we put in a good performance here and pick up the 3 points? Ball down here to Hee-Chan. He pushes across. Centre midfield here. Takes a big shot there, but Hee-Chan, what a shot. 4th of the season for him. And just creating something out of nothing on that one. He beats his defender. Centre midfield. They part like the sea. And he just takes a monster shot here. Gets on the outside of Phillips there. Can't stick with him. And a fantastic shot there by Hee-Chan. Fantastic power. Straight into the left corner. Definitely a superstar for us when needed. Obviously playing a little bit more of a reserve position later on in the season with Gudez form at the moment. But he could be a starter if we needed, that's for sure. So it's definitely a battle for positions at the moment. Doyle got an opportunity here. Taps it down to Larson. Shot opportunity, Larson. But unfortunately, keeper with the good hands on that one. And we're unable to get much more than that 1 point advantage here going into the second half. Ipswich Town have put in a good defensive display. Only conceding the 1, so we need to turn it up here in the second half. Doyle sliding down here, but the ball goes out wide. Nori's going to have to slide across. Hutchinson with the ball at the moment. Lamina pushes up. Tries to stay aggressive. Same with Nori. Nice play. But again, Ipswich Town's defence has been strong. Lamina picks off the pass. Gomez, centre midfield here. Pushing across. Beats the defender. Down to Hee-Chan. Oh, great pass there by Hee-Chan. Larson and a good shot opportunity. And there you have it. Number 19 for him. And Hee-Chan gets another assist. I believe it's his 9th of the season as well. Good ball movement. Gomez working it back from the backfield. Hee-Chan just putting the icing on the cake down to Larson. and like a true striker, finishes it off. 66 minutes in here, Phillips with the ball. Out to Clark. Lima pushing across. Unfortunately, defensively, not the best on that one. Bueno sliding across. Ball into the middle. And Sarr with the save. Ipswich Town, Clark at the moment. Lima's going to have to slide across. He misses on the first attempt and the second. Gray, nice defensive attempt on that one. Gets the ball back to Lima. He's got Doyle up front. Finds him. He's got a bit of pace here, Doyle. He's going to try and turn it back here. Does well. Finds Lima. He finds Larson. Wide open in the box here. Great ball movement down the right-hand side from Doyle. Finding Lima, who's supporting him down centre midfield there. And a great pass there from the right back to the big striker, the big Norwegian. Straight past the keeper here. 3-point advantage here against Ipswich Town. Nice defensive attack on there by Lima. Doyle out to Nori here. We're going into the final minutes, extra time. Gray with the ball, pushing down midfield here. Gets the ball back here to Larson. Unfortunately, an opportunity there for his hat-trick. And he puts it over the top bar. That should be, for us, very limited time here for any opportunity for Ipswich Town. And we're going to be heading into the next match against Spurs. So a big match up there. Obviously, top of the table battle at the moment over the next two matches in the Premier League. Now, hopefully, we've got a bit of momentum now heading into the Spurs match with the victories against West Ham and Ipswich Town. It's 41-59 split on possession and a 10 out of 10 performance from Larson. So let's see if we can bring that across here to this big battle at the top of the ladder. Spurs are currently in third position. They're on a 5-game winning streak at the moment. So in tremendous form and definitely going to be an uphill battle to get a victory here today. Now, with the strong performance from Hee-Chan in that last match, I've done a little bit of a switch out to the formation with Kuna going back into the cam position, and then Hee-Chan and Gudez will be playing the winger positions in this one. Obviously, we want to reward Hee-Chan for a strong performance, and it also gives us the opportunity to move Kuna back to his natural position as a cam. So we'll be going with the 4-2-1-3 formation sub between the posts. In the back line, Woe comes back in for Bueno, and then Haddo and Nori on the wing-back positions. Lamina, the captain, Gomez, and of course, Kuna playing that cam position as mentioned. It's going to be a big challenge though. We've got a tough opponent here. They're going with a 4-3-3. Van der Van and Romero in the centre-back position. They've got Kobe Manu, who's come across from Man United, playing the centre defensive mid. And then Sun will be playing the striker position for him as well. So strike weapons all across the park for Spurs. And we definitely need to bring our A game. It is a sloppy pitch at the moment. The weather has been terrible for this one. So we're going to have to be battling the elements as well here today. Ball control is going to be key. And that was not a good play there by Nori. But nice defensive pick up from him on that one. Return and serve. Stealing the ball. Gomez with it at the moment. Kuna's been tripped up there. Playing advantage down to Larson. Surely a penalty. But it wasn't by the ref. 22 minutes in here. Werner with the ball at the moment. Full Spurs pushing in the box. Gomez. Nice aggressive play on that one. But Sun almost picks up the pass. We've got to be careful with that, as Sun is always dangerous around the ball. Lamina here. Out to Nori. He's got Gudez on the outside. Does well. Pushes it down the left wing here. He's been tripped up though. A potential card opportunity or potential card situation here from the ref. But it's only a yellow for Pedro. Very lucky for that one. Werner with the ball. 34 minutes in. It's been an absolute battle midfield at the moment. And Woe, unfortunately, pushing down. Or it could have been Kuna on that one. But a quick play the ball here through to Sonny. Pushes it straight through the line here. It's almost one-on-one. And Sarr unable to get a hand to that one. The danger man, the captain. Sun for Spurs. Just breaks straight through that line. Off a quick play the ball. Nori sliding across there, trying to get a foot in. And he's a dangerous man, taking him into the break here with a 1-point advantage. It's been a battle out there at the moment. All centre midfield. We've been very limited on attack due to the Spurs press in defence. But Larson with the ball here at the moment. A beautiful pass through to Kuna. Takes a shot opportunity. And there we have it. The 11th of the season for him. We tied all up 49 minutes in. And a great pass there from his striker. Puts it in front of him. And what a dangerous man he is, Kuna. Can play anywhere across that front line at the moment. He just pushes straight down the middle. And he just slices it past the keeper. Great goal there from Kuna. And as mentioned, he's 11th of the season. He's been a real superstar for us, that's for sure. Lamina pushing down here. Gomez going to have to do the same. Ball through to Sonny. Breaks through the line. Takes a shot. Bassar gets a hand to it. 57 minutes in here. Larson with the ball. Settling across here to Lima. He's going to try and find the ball back in to Hee-Chan. But a quick counter-attack here from Spurs. We've got to recover here. Whoa, sliding across. Misses on the first attempt. And unfortunately here, 60 minutes in, Spurs hit it out once again on that one. Midway changing up our potential substitutions. We give the ball up very easy in the midfield by Lima, and Klosky just runs straight around Woe there, and you give him that much space, he's going to make you pay. We're going to do a switch out here. Gluka's going to come on midfield in the cam position, and Archie Gray is going up against his former club here today. It's obviously always nerve-wracking versus your former teammates. Ball down to Larson here. He's got a shot opportunity. Unfortunately, he slows down for that shot there. But we've got a corner opportunity. Gluka taking it now because Kuna's off. He'll look to put it in the box there for Lamina. He's been well underneath the ball at the moment. So Gluka, can he put it on a dime? Oh, it goes to Gomez. Gomez, the big man, gets his second of the season and a very critical one here. We were looking at potentially trying to get it to Lamina, but Gomez, over the man that scored down the other end of the field, Kolofsky, ties it all up here against Spurs. It's a battle here for the final 30 minutes. 71 minutes in here. Gudez pushing down, but the pass was poor, trying to get back into Gluka. Got to watch for the counter-attack here from the Spurs. Whoa, sliding across. Werner here, wide open. Oh, Saar with the save. You're kidding me. What a save there from Saar. Werner probably wasn't the best kick, that's for sure. He was wide open for that one. But the ball down to Larson here. Shot opportunity. Oh, and he pushes it wide right. That was a massive opportunity to get that advantage there very late in this one. But it's not over yet. 8 minutes left. Werner pushing down. Woe sliding across. Shot. Saar with the save. And it's going to be a corner opportunity here for the Spurs. Johnson coming on for Werner here. Madison with the ball. Nice defensive play there by Gluka. Couldn't keep the ball though. Lewis is on for Nori as well. Gudez going to have to slide across. Lamina. Sun with it at the moment. Misses on that attempt. Johnson. But Saar with the save here. Another corner opportunity. Spurs are throwing everything but the kitchen sink at us at the moment. Madison putting it in the box. And it goes straight past Saar, who's had a phenomenal match for this one. Van de Ven for Spurs. Pick up the late goal, which will likely give Spurs the 3-point victory here today. It's been an absolute battle with them at the moment. We had our opportunity down the other end with Larson. But no one even jumps here. Lewis just watching it. And he just bounces it straight past Saar. We should have been better in the box there. Tired legs. Just not being in the right position for that one. And Mickey Van de Ven picks up a very critical goal there for the Spurs. Gluka with it at the moment. It's going to try and push down here. Try to stay aggressive. Find Larson, but unfortunately cut off there by Romero. Gray sliding across here. Misses on the first. Lima pushing down. Too aggressive on that one. It's going to be a penalty. And that's going to be it for this. We're not going to be able to pick up the ball again before time runs out. So a big defeat here. Spurs get a vital 3 points for their push up the ladder. And unfortunately, in front of our home fans, we do suffer the defeat here today. It was the Aussie versus Aussie in the coach's box. And Ange picks up the victory against us on this one. 46-54 split on possession. And our man of the match was Gomez with a 10 out of 10 performance. Larson, 8.8. And Glucker coming off the bench with an 8.5. Chelsea, only draw against Ipswich Town. That's a big one. Now, against Man United, they're currently in 7th position, but they've lost 4 of their last 5 matches. So they're in a bit of a dip of form at the moment as well. And hopefully that means we can potentially get a bit of a swing here and get a victory here at Old Trafford. It's always a challenge here with Man United. They've had some big movements in the transfer window. Obviously, Kobe Manu going across to Spurs. They've brought in a couple of players as well. And their lineup will look as a 4-2-3-1. Rashford's obviously gone to Real Madrid as well. Onana between the posts. And not much change. Casemiro, obviously, centre defensive mid. Fernandes, Garnacho, Anthony, and Holland. All up front for them. So some of their signings haven't been able to get into the starting lineup so far. But we're going to go with the 4-2-1-3. So it's going to be Gomez, Woe in the back line with Hado, Nori, Lamina, Gomez, centre defensive mid, and Glucker coming back in to the starting lineup with Gudez, Kuna, and Larson in the front 3. So it's a battle here at Old Trafford. The weather's good for us as well. So hopefully we can put in a good display in attack. Nori pushing up at the moment on Anthony. Man United pushing it back down to Anthony here. They push it wide right. Gomez, nice defensive step in on that one. He clears it across here. He's got Kuna underneath it. Taps it down, but Casemiro gets a foot in there. Hado's going to have to push down on Garnacho. Ball back in the middle. Gomez. Casemiro finds Garnacho once again. Woe sliding across. Nice pressure on that one, but it's going to be a penalty. Must have got a foot in the wrong position. And just outside the box here, they're going to look to try and get it in. Casemiro underneath it, but they go long. And Hoyland gets underneath on that one. The number 9 for Man United pick up the first off that penalty attempt. That free kick from outside the box. Not the start we wanted here. Fernandes just puts it on an absolute string. Woe tried to get up. But he just got too much power on the header there. Straight past Saad. Didn't even get an opportunity to put a hand out. Close enough for that one. But 14 minutes in here, Nori with the ball. He's going to find Glucker midfield. He's going to bring it back here to Nori. He's going to find Glucker again. Trying to just move the ball down here. Kuna with it at the moment. Trying to get around Casemiro. He does well. Kuna with the shot. And there he has it. He's 12th of the season. Ties it all up here. 18 minutes in. A good stop and go from Kuna midfield there. Gets the ball from Glucker. Looks to go right, drags Casemiro across, and then uses his pace to get around him. And a great shot across the body there of Onana. Throw in here, Glucker with the ball. Push in midfield. Again, Casemiro on the inside, and he pushes it wide there, 31 minutes in. We definitely need to try and capitalise on those opportunities, but unfortunately Glucker does push it wide right. Anthony with the ball at the moment. Lamina pushing down. Nori cuts off the pass. It's going to get back down to Lamina here on the left-hand side. He finds Gomez, centre midfield. Just going to find Hado. Pushes it across, finds Kuna. He's got a bit of space here. Blocked there by Larson. Shot. But Onana gets a hand to that one. Gudez with another. But it was a delayed shot attempt. And Onana gets a save before we go into the halftime break. It's been a battle, that's for sure. Kuna's been across the park, left and right at the moment. And we're going to go into the second half here. All tied up. 1-1 at the moment. Ball down to Anthony at the moment. 49 minutes in here. He finds Fernandes, who's going to find Hoyland. Gomez is going to have to slide across there. Good defensive attack, but he just gives the ball straight back to him. Oh, you're kidding me. He needed to clear that one. Gomez too slow on the clearance. And he gets his double here today. First one was saved by Sarr. But unfortunately, the ricochet goes straight back to him. Gomez, slow for the clearance, slow for the reaction after losing it. And Man United are up by 1 here, 74 minutes in here. Højlund pushing down, defensively trying to push on it. Lamina, down to Gluka, Kuna. Midfield here, shots, but off the leg of the defender. 88 minutes in here. It's been an absolute battle at the moment to try and get through this defensive line, but Gluka with a poor pass on that one. And unfortunately, we're potentially going to go in with a 2 defense. Oh, Lamina here. Down to Larson, spins. Beats the defender. Oh, but he's blocked on the last attempt by Dellet. A real opportunity, but the recovery by the centre-back cuts us off, and we do unfortunately suffer our second defeat here in the episode against Man United. A real opportunity there to potentially even get the draw, but Gomez with the poor clearance there cost us in the second half. A 43-57 split on possession. Kuna, of course, our best player with an 8.8. He was attacking everywhere for us, on the left, on the right, wherever we needed. He was getting involved, which is always good to see. But now we're going to be heading into the semi-final showdown here for the FA Cup. We get this victory, we're going into the final against Luton Town or Leeds United. So this is the big match. We've got a real opportunity to potentially get silverware this season. Obviously Jota, last time we played him, he was phenomenal up front. So we've got to be mindful of that. And then obviously Mo Salah, always dangerous. Last time we played him, he was quiet, and it's very rare that you'll verse him twice and he'll be quiet in each match. So definitely something we need to be wary of. Looking at how we got here to the semi-final, round 16, we got the victory against Stoke City 6-1, and then Burnley was 2-0 in the quarter-final. Liverpool beat Aston Villa 2-1, and then 3-2 against Fulham to get themselves to this position. They're going obviously with a 4-2-1-3 formation. We'll be going with a 4-2-1-3 as well, and the main lineup will be Gudez, Kuna, Larson up front, Gluka, Lamina and Gomez in the centre midfield, and then the back line of Woe, Gomez, Nori and Hato, Sarr between the posts. Let's get into this showdown. Liverpool starts it off with the kickoff. McAllister brings the ball down midfield. They get the ball out here to Mo Salah. They're going to clear it across here to the right-hand side. Davies with it at the moment, pushing down. But Hato with a nice defensive pressure on that one, puts the foot there. It's going to be a corner opportunity here for Liverpool early on. Into the box here, Hato underneath, but Van Dijk, unfortunately, he's a big man up against Hato. You've got to be mindful. Gluka trying to push down here on Diaz, who's got the ball, taking the ball out midfield here. He pushes the ball back. Gluka, nice defensive pressure. Hato tries to clear it there. Probably should have just booted it. Hato with it at the moment and does the right thing. Just clears it out. Gudez gets underneath. There's going to be a penalty opportunity here, I believe, for us for a handball. Lamina here at the moment with the ball. Settles it. Back down to Gluka. He's got Larson midfield. Finds him. Oh, great play there by Larson. Steps around Van Dijk for his 21st of the season, and a critical goal 13 minutes in. And like a true playmaker, Gluka puts the ball on the right side of the defender, so Van Dijk unfortunately doesn't have the best position on that one, and Larson gets himself in the right spot and just absolutely powers that shot through into the net. We've got that 1 point advantage here, 35 minutes in. It's been a battle after that first goal. Salah pushing into the box here. Down to Diaz, saved there by Sarr, and it ricochets back to Diaz, but Sarr just crawls across the box there and gets his hands on that one. We clear it out here with Gluka. Down to Kuna on the wing. He's got Hato pushing down with him as well. He's going to find him. It's a battle of the wing backs at the moment. Gets it back to Kuna. Oh, great pass there to Glucker. He's got a bit of space here, Glucker. Oh, what a shot there by Oscar Glucker. Third of the season, but probably his most critical one so far, just before the halftime break. But take nothing away from Kuna. He stands it up, lets the defender push up on him aggressively, and just taps it across to Glucker there, which opens up the space. Van Dijk unable to get across, and he puts it off the top bar into the top left pocket. Gomez sliding down an opportunity here before the break for a third. Gomez finds Larson here, tries to step on the inside, does well, shot. And unfortunately over the top bar, and we'll be heading into the second half with a 2-point advantage. Exactly where you want to be against a class act in Liverpool. We didn't want to be drawn with them. We wanted to make sure we had some type of lead going into the second half, because it's very rare that you'd be able to keep Liverpool scoreless. And they're on the attack at the moment here, 59 minutes in. Morton with the ball. Alexander-Arnold's picked up an injury as well. Diaz finds Jota midfield. Sarr with a save. Gomez tries to clear it. Jota with another shot opportunity there. Sarr having another phenomenal match for us between the posts. Nori trying to clear it out here. McAllister with it at the moment. Shot. Sarr with the save. Gomez needs to clear it here. Does well. But unfortunately, we had no one underneath that one. Back down here to Jota. Straight down to Gakpo. And just like that, Liverpool have striked first here in the second half. It's 2-1 here, 68 minutes in. It's not over yet until that final hooter. They are on a tear at the moment. It has been all Liverpool here in the second half. And with that clearance, we were unable to get it to a man to settle things down. Goodez with the ball at the moment. Finds Larson in the box. Steps around Van Dijk at the moment. Shot, but saved there by Alisson. Larson is having a game to remember against Van Dijk at the moment. Corner opportunity here. We've played well off these set pieces at the moment. Can Kuna find a big man in the box? Unfortunately cleared out there by the defence. Glucker with a shot opportunity. But it taps down to Nori here. He's going to settle it back here to Gray. He's going to find Glucker here. Beats McAllister. Gets himself in a spot here. Glucker. Oh, what a superstar Glucker has been for us. He's second of the match. And again, I said his first was potentially his most critical one. I think this one has just cemented our victory here against Liverpool. Puts on the afterburners here. Beats McAllister. Gets himself, pushes the defender off, who's a much bigger man than him. And he was able to give us a 2-point advantage here. 88 minutes in here. We just got to settle things down. Gray with the ball. Defence pushing up on him, but he's going to push it down to Larson. He's got Kuna here, but he finds Lima instead. Back to Larson. Taps it on. And that should be it. We should be able to pick up the victory here. Salah clears it out there, but we do win this one. We are heading to the final at Wembley, but who will be versing? That is something that we'll find out very soon. Kuna, phenomenal match as always. Larson, a game to remember up front. Obviously dangerous across the park, but that man, Oscar Glucker, was our best player. That's for sure. 53-47 split on possession. Now, we can't forget about Sarr as well. Some very critical saves against Jota, which really kept us in this one. And it looks like we'll be versing Luton Town in the FA Cup final at Wembley. Now, looking at where we are at the moment with the stats, you've got Grealish at the moment leading the charge with the top scorer. He's also leading the charge on the assists. And another Man City player in Edison is leading the charge on clean sheets. In the FA Cup, we've got Bamford, who is leading the charge with 5 goals. Gray, 6 assists. So our man is up top at the moment as the leading assist man. And then John Stone is currently in 3rd position, all tied up with 2 clean sheets. So this is how we ended up in this episode. Some big matches. We got the victory against West Ham. We won against Ipswich Town, but with 2 defeats against Spurs and Man United. But of course, we ended it with a big victory against Liverpool. In the next episode, though, it's going to be the final month of football, and it is 6 big games coming your way, and none other than that FA Cup final against Luton Town. We also got a big away match in the Premier League against Man City. And of course, we ended all at home with Brentford, who potentially going to be fighting relegation. So that's going to be a tough battle, that's for sure. Now, looking at the table, as mentioned, we are currently in a good position, 6 on the ladder at the moment. It's a battle for the top, but Man City's obviously taken the prize out this season with a phenomenal one. Looking at the mid-pack at the moment, there's some real surprise ones there, but as I mentioned with Brentford, they are in 19th position at the moment. They are fighting relegation, so they're going to be definitely bringing their A game in the final match at home in front of the home fans. This is the stats so far for all players for you guys, as I know you'd like to see how the players are performing. Obviously, standouts have been Kuna, Larson, Glucker, and I would also say Nori has been playing phenomenally well in the backfield as well. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you do hit that like button, as it does help the channel grow. And for those that haven't already, make sure you do hit subscribe to catch up on all the latest of the series. And the next episode will be the season final, so we've got plenty of football to come your way, but we also got the awards for Player of the Season. So on the community board, I will put a post up. Let me know who you think was your player of the season. And now, if you've missed any of the series so far, in the middle of the screen will be the playlist. Once again, thanks for watching.